Okay.
Thanks for joining me.
Thanks for joining me. Thank you for taking the course.
When the toner's no longer good, it just stops. Welcome back to the second video, or next video. Today we are going to play around with business names. Basically, we're going to go and try to register our business name. We're going to register it on the internet. We're going to register it with Google. We're going to register it in the state of Illinois. And we're going to register it with the IRS. So today we're going to be doing a whole lot of stuff with I like to do this part, or I suggest to do this part while you wait for your commission to come back. You've got 4 to 6 weeks to work this out, but sometimes it can take a while because it doesn't always line up exactly the way you want it to. So first thing you do is try to secure the domain name or the website name. You can get this name, and you can just sit on it. You don't have to do anything with it, but you want to get it. Hopefully it's available because people are buying them every day, all the time. And once that .com for your chosen name is gone, the only other way you can get it is if you have to contact the person who has registered it or purchased it and buy it from them. And then so you don't even want to be bothered with that. I'm going to use the name of my course. It's called the Notary Playbook. So that's the mock business name that I'm going to use. So what I would suggest you do a couple of things. You can go to GoDaddy. You can go to any other place that you know that sells websites. You can purchase a domain name there. I'm going to use the first one I'm going to use is domain.com. So it's domain.com. The reason I chose them is to remember their name. And then we are going to type in the business name that we're choosing. So remember, I'm going to use the Notary Playbook. You're going to use whatever the name of your business is. Now, look here, you can see some of their .coms are only $9.99. Their .nets are $12.99, and their .orgs are $8.99. This changes. There is no structured anything. So you try a couple places. You have to be careful. You're gonna do GoDaddy. I don't know about them currently, but what I remember is if you put the name in to test it at GoDaddy, you may not be able to find it anywhere else. I'm not sure, but I remember something like that happening to me once when I was making a website for something. So we're gonna start now. So you're gonna type in business name or the .com name that you want for your business. So mine is the Notary Playbook, name of the course, and then you'll search. The search is going to let you know if it's available. A couple seconds because they're an internet course. Now, congrats. Your domain is available. So if I wanted to, I could get the notaryplaybook.com. Now, they've got alternate versions if that's not what you know. Like, let's say the notaryplaybook.com was taken already. Or if you wanted to get more than one domain name, you could buy. I could buy the notaryplaybook.com. I could get .net, .org, .tech, space online store, site, website, CO Live US. So you see this list can get pretty long. But look at some of these. Like this one, someone owns this. Someone has already registered this. So if you want it, they want you to pay them $1,800. This one, theatrics.net. If you want it, you have to find out who owns it. They're listing it here for sale. They want $5,000. So you see why it's important, in my opinion, to do this part first. Because if you line everything else up and then you go and you want to get the domain name, And then taken. Now you got all of this other stuff. Your business is named this and all of this, but somebody else has that perfect website name that you wanted. And then remember I told you how the prices vary. This one here, the Notary Book space, it's only $3. So, you know, do your own due diligence, do some research. This is the first place that I'm going to take you because it's easy to remember the name domain.com. Now, where my website's hosted on iPage, company in Britain, and this is my dashboard for the website. I made my own site, so you may see this, you may not. The websites aren't like rocket science. They've got this wonderful thing called Page Builder. It's kind of like a internet version of Microsoft Word almost. You can take different pre-made elements and drag and drop them on the page and put your website together. A little bit of typing, all of this stuff. They make it very user friendly or as user friendly as possible. I don't use that. Instead, I go to other services and I pick up a template. You take the template, but for the template, you have to know a little bit about the website language. It's called HTML. Um, I ain't gonna tell you to go take a course or nothing like that. I've been doing it for like a long time, and I'm self-taught. So I don't know the elaborate new fancy stuff, but I definitely know enough to put up a website that does what I need it to do, and I know enough to make it look the way that I want it to. So back to the domain. So now, if you want to purchase a new domain or import a domain, so this is a web hosting company. They offer everything. We are not interested in hosting. But if you go to and GoDaddy should be similar to this, and there are a couple others in the U.S. If you want to shop those prices, it's called web hosting. So if we want to purchase a domain, it says find the perfect domain. So remember on this page on domain.com, it was $21. Now we're going to see what I paid. You know what? Let's just copy and paste it so that we make sure we got the exact same thing. So if we copy, there we go. So we're going to copy it from this page. Then we're going to paste it here. Now look at this. Yes, your domain name is available. I'm going to take a brief break to answer this phone call. Okay, phone call. Now, I was telling you how when we went to domain.com to get the notaryplaybook.com, to purchase it for 2 years was $21. But then when we go to the place where I have my websites hosted, which is iPage, the same exact name, thenotaryplaybook.com, but here it's $10 a year, so it's $1 cheaper. So let's go through the motions and see if we try to get it for 2 years. Would it be okay? 2 years. Now let's go to checkout. Look, it's $20. So you save $1 just by shopping at a different place. You can save some money, and I can't say that iPage is cheaper than the rest of them, but I wanted to show you an example how the Notary Playbook registered at domain.com is going to be $21. That same domain name registered at iPage is going to be $20. Save $1 there, and I'm sure there are other places that are going to be even cheaper. All right. So now we've got that part done. We move on to the next step. We've got a domain name because we have a business name in mind. So you go from having your business name to getting the domain for it. Now we're going to go and get a Gmail address for it. So I'm going to switch browsers because if I do it in Chrome, they are going to already know it. This is the Opera browser. We're going to go to Google. Then we're going to go to Gmail. There's a mail icon somewhere on here, right? That is it. Let's type. Oh, there it is. Email. Ask us to log in, but we don't want to do that. Instead, we want to create an account. Then put in your first name. Now remember, you want to use your actual name because this is for your business. You want a Gmail account for different reasons. I'm quite sure you've seen where you go to some businesses and they'll have like info at thisaccount.com or this at that account.com. So once you get your domain name, where we were previously in this video and you saw how it was $21 at one location, $20 at another location. Once you or register that name, you don't have that email name yet. You have to pay for the hosting. And once you pay for the hosting, mine was the Notary Playbook. So if I pay for a hosting package, the webmail, that's what they call it, webmail. Webmail comes with the hosting. So once I get the hosting, then I can have info at thenotaryplaybook.com or Courtney at thenotaryplaybook.com. So you can have whatever your prefix is at your domain name.com as an email address. But that only happens once you get your website hosted. The importance of having that email address is if you plan to scale your business up and move into an LLC that has business credit or a DUNS number and you want merchant accounts and business credit and business loans and all of that stuff, you basically have to have a professional email address. That's where your website and the hosting package and the webmail comes into play because they need to, or they like to feel as assured as possible that you are a legitimate business, not just an individual typing stuff in. So that comes into play later. But right now, we want to see if we can get this email address. So we would do Notary Playbook gmail.com. You know what? I'm going to put my name in here for real, just in case. And notaryplaybook.com. When you do all of this stuff, then I'm going to put in a password. Hold on. Okay. Sorry, I had to take a quick phone call. So we were putting in a password for our new email address. Okay. Now we have our domain name. We've got our Google email. Next, we're going to go and set up a Google My Business page with the new email addresses. So I'm going to open another browser, and we're going to go to Google My Business. Google My Business. And then we can do a sign in. Update business owner. Let's see. Google business profile. Listed on Google. That's what we want. Okay. Let's see. Manage. Should be one to set up. Let's see. Get rid of this. Stand out with a free business profile. Let's try this. You want to manage one. Find and manage your name. Add your business to Google. Start building your business profile. So the business name is the Notary Playbook. The Notary Playbook. I actually want it to be grammatically correct, capitalized, because this is how it's going to look. So pay attention. Everything you do is what people will see. Create a business with this name, the Notary Playbook. What category? We're going to call it Notary Service, Notary Public. Then next. Now, do you want to add a location that customers can visit, like a store or an office? If you want to, if you plan to, or if you already do have a brick and mortar location that you do business out of. In my case, we see clients at our home. So we do have a location here, and it's our home address. The difference is under your business listing, when you get to the very end of it, it will show your address so that if people click on it, it will open the GPS in their phone and give them directions how to get to you. If you want to set that up, this is how you do that. I am not telling you to do business out of your home. I'm telling you to make your own decision. And you don't have to decide this now. You can always add it at a later time. So for now, we're going to say no. Where do you serve customers? Areas where you serve customers. You see here how it says down below, you can change and add more later. So let's put the county or the city where you live. Let's do the county I'm in. Henry, Illinois. Remember. All right, let's try this. McHenry, Illinois. What? Select the service area. So let's put the city. That's what they want. They want the city. And then you can add another one. You can put McHenry, Illinois. That's a city near me. So it's Woodstock. All right, so you can put surrounding cities near where you live, including the city that you're in. And you would hit next. Then they want a phone number. They want your current website. Look at this. If I don't have a website, they're going to give you a Google version of a website. So next. Now this is where I'm going to stop because I've already got one of these and my phone number is linked to it, so I don't have a separate business line. So I'm going to stop here. You guys can continue. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my own Google My Business page so that you can see what you are working towards. Okay? So I'm going to switch browsers and I'll go to my Google My Business page so you can see some of the controls that you have. Okay. So now I've switched browsers and I am at the gate because we have two. We have CLS Mobile Notary and CLS Mobile Services. And then we have CLS Mobile Services as a standalone. Status of both business pages verified. I can add pictures. I can add notes. So we're going to go into this one. This is the original, the first one. And then it gives you this information. Here's our business address on the top left, where we live and see our clients. Then over here in the middle, ads. We do pay for advertising using this. We currently have a $500 advertising credit. We earn that because we've already been advertising and we've just never used this. But it's coming. I'm going to lose it. Over here, you can see posts. This is in order to create coupons when people go to your site. So, why? Okay, these are statistics. In a month, we've had 3,923 searches for the topics that we list. We've had 553 people in a month look specifically for us. We've had no people who found us searching for a brand related to our business. We've had 3,363 people who found our business searching for a category, product, or service. Just people who found us. They aren't people who've been customers, but they just found us. They had the option to become our customers. In a month, we've had 5.08 thousand views to our Google My Business listing. We've had 57 people, well, in a month. How many people saw us? These are the people who interacted with us. In a month, we had 57 people go to a website. We had 20 people request directions. We had 38 people give us a call. So the goal for us would be going forward, turn this number, or basically turn this number into this number and turn this number into this number. So basically 57 people went to our website. Of the 57 people who went there, 38 of them called us. Of the 38 people who called us, we had 20 of them who requested directions and came here. Maybe some of the ones who called us came, maybe they're coming at it, maybe they came at a different time. I don't know. The areas where customers request directions to your business from. So in 1 month, we're here. This purple area is where customers are getting directions to us from. So people who are shopping with us are coming from this area. This is very helpful information for, a minimal amount of money per month. Phone calls. Monday, under 5 phone calls Monday, 11 on Tuesday, 10 on Wednesday, 4 Thursday, 9 Friday, 2 Saturday, and 1 on Sunday. That's not bad. That's not bad. All right, so the time frames, there's not enough information to populate that. Now we have pictures. We have pictures. All of our photos over a month. So we had 4,200 people view our pictures. Businesses like ours are getting 17,000 views. So we're the blue line down here. The other businesses like us are this red line up here. They suggest 73% less views than similar businesses to post more photos. Our photos consist of us working, our work area, our workspace, some of the places that we've gone to service customers, some of the scenes while we're out servicing customers, just random things. The number of photos that appear on your business compared to photos from other businesses. We don't let customers post photos. we don't. We control all of this stuff. Now you get a chance to look at the reviews. These are important. A lot of people are review shoppers. A lot of people will read your reviews to see if they want to shop with you. We have nothing less than 5-star reviews. Different module of the course, we'll talk about you getting your own reviews, but this will help you. This will help you get customers. This will help you get clients. On Google, oh, that's, I didn't know we could do that. So let's try that. We're going to turn on call information. All right. That's a new feature. Haven't used it before, don't know a lot about it, but I'm about to learn. Then messages. People could send you messages. Connect with customers. Turn on messaging. Yeah, this is doing something strange. I may have to pause and come back into this because, yes, this is not what, okay, here we go. Latest reviews. 3 weeks ago, we just got this review. I had a great experience with CLS Mobile Notary. They're very professional and quick with responding. There was a mix-up with my appointment, but they still pulled through within 10 minutes of my appointment time. I will definitely use them again whenever I may need something notarized. So what we answer or reply to all of our reviews. This is not staged. I'm glad you guys get to see this because this definitely helps in the process. So I'm about to reply to this review from Amy right now. You know what? I think I did answer this, but I'm going to answer it again. Oh, I got my stuff messed up. Okay, thank you, Amy. Supposed to reply. So I reply to everyone's review all the time. Mr. Courtney is really a gem of a person, very humble and punctual. I had really very rough time with my schedule. Where did I leave off? Oh, he was very flexible and understood my situation. Was willing to help me out every best possible way he could. Thank you so very much. Highly recommend. So yeah, I do answer these, by the way. Then let's go to services. View updates. Let's see. Edit or save. Add services you offer and get discovered by customers. Identity theft? No, we don't do anything with that. Home? No, we'll leave that in case it's for a loan modification or something like that. Document service, general notary service, home loan signing, mobile notary service, mobile services, notary association. We get a lot of calls from them looking for them, so maybe that's why. Other locations, that's not relevant to what we do. Photo and video slideshows. Yeah, that's a different project of one of the companies, collage projects, same thing. Selling property, that is not what we do. So as you see, you need to go through and check and update this. It will help you avoid getting calls from people who want something other than the service that you offer. All right, so I'm going to save this. And then the website. I don't know why this looks this way. We have one for Google. Yeah, that is I know I added a different user to manage this, so it could be that they have. See, this is the Google version. That's another reason why I told you not to pay for the web space, because you get one from Google and you get to add stuff. It shows the reviews, and this will be the website that people who visit your Google My Business page. This is our business phone number, and then this is our address. Yeah, I have a more complete version of this. So we are going to see if we can get to that one. Okay? Okay, so this is the original. That second one, we are going to have to go back in and do something else, because this is the Google My Business where we uh, me and the wife, and here we've got. Excuse me, 1 second. Okay, sorry about the call, guys. So this is the very first one that we created, and I'm not sure why the other one was showing similar information. I mean, that's a good thing. Yeah. All right. So, yeah. See, I don't know what that stuff is. What it is with Google. And anyway, it could be because I've got a lot of profiles that manage this, and that makes it difficult. We did run an ad. These are some of the things. Yes, this is the one, because this is one of the. There's an Etsy store for this. We operate a lot of different functions out of this Google My Business page. Our business profile is only 85% complete. Um, I've experienced that this add a logo feature is not working correctly. Not sure. It could be that there's something I'm doing wrong. Either way, this is what you are going towards. Now, you don't have to pay for any of this. The only thing that you would have to pay for is the ads. You have to pay for the Google ads, because when people do a search, it puts you near the top of that search. You can always tell the Google search results are paid promotions, because it has the word ad in front of the business name. You would appear at the top of those searches. All right, so we've covered enough of that. In the next module, we're going to move on to the next thing. So this is a lot of stuff that you guys can do while you are waiting for your commission. Get some pictures. I suggest you find some kind of logo, do artwork. If you're going to create it yourself, I've got templates for the business cards and the letterhead and the envelope, all of that stuff. If you have problems creating it, here I can show you a template of my business card and like the artwork. I won't put any restrictions on what your artwork should be, none whatsoever. So this is what my business card looks like. This is called a QRC code. Basically, you know how I was telling you it's really important that you get reviews? This QRC code, if a person scans that with their smartphone, it's going to take them to the Google page where they can leave me another 5-star review. I'm always trying to get more reviews. This is my logo, artwork, whatever you want to call it, the web address, email address, fax number, business phone number, address where we operate out of, my full name, the company name, this CLS Mobile Notary Service. That was the original notary company that we started. Since then, my business card has changed a little. This is one of my cards. More than one. The other one says CLS Mobile Services, and it still says Illinois and Wisconsin Notary Public. It's got my name, but down here in this section, it talks about aerial photography, wedding officiant, job creation, some of the other stuff that I do in the second LLC. But this was the original card with and the artwork is the same for both businesses. We just change this verbiage down here. See how it says CLS Mobile Services? But then the card up here says CLS Mobile Notary Service because this is I give this out to my notary clients. The other clients don't get a lot of those yet because I'm real busy doing this. But I plan on it happening. I plan to scale that business up. And once I do, then this card will change accordingly. I want to show you this. This is Microsoft Publisher. Adobe has software to do business cards. I've always used Publisher. Now when I go to print this, print example, that it puts 10 cards on one page. And then I buy my own card stock. Glossy cards from AV Corporation. And this template will put those cards perfectly in place. Play around with it. There are instructions to show you how to do that kind of stuff. I'm not going to get into that part of it. You guys will have to work that out yourselves, outsource it either to one of the card printing companies. I'll definitely print some cards for you or create this template for you. It won't be free, but we've got the business cards. There's a letterhead and there's an envelope template, all with the same artwork. So that's that part. Then we are going to let you guys cool off right here because this has been a pretty long video. Definitely pause in between. I hope you did because I did. And, in the next section, we will cover something else. All right. I'll see you guys next time.